guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with another crafting video. I didn't think I was gonna do another crafting video so soon, but it's been on my mind, so I figured I would just film it. I don't know, I don't really I have an idea, so we're just gonna go with it and we're gonna see how it goes together in this video. So last crafting video I did was how to make reusable greeting cards for K-pop trading, photocard trading. This video is going to be essentially the same thing, but there was a comment that was like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't have cardstock or construction paper to do it, so maybe I'll go buy some, which is great. If you want to do that, you can totally do that, but I was thinking, what if I tried to do something with materials that people already had on hand? I know not everyone has cardstock. I just happen to have a very artsy hobby family that just happens to have a lot of this stuff, and I know not everyone does. So I was thinking, why don't we use greeting cards that we get sent and repurpose them into the reusable greeting cards that I had made. Let me go reach over here and get it. So yeah, these are just a whole bunch that I've made. But now that I'm trading or buying more and I'm getting a lot more cards, I was thinking I could probably make something out of this. So, you know, if you haven't seen my other video, this is just what the card is. It's just, essentially just has a little pocket and you just slide it in. And then you put a sticky note here so that you're not like taping it down. Because sometimes, if you guys can't tell, I'm pretty aggressive with my card opening. And like I rip off the washi and then yeah. So I started this a little earlier this week. I just wanted to like try different things. So this was a greeting card that I had gotten, and it's like a pretty good size to do the whole pocket thing. But just to reinforce it a little, I glued it together. Here's the clip of me gluing it together in a very not as nicely set up area. Yeah, so I glued it down and I pressed it down with a whole bunch of my NCT albums because that's the only thing that I have that is weighted enough, I guess. And let's just try to kind of do something similar to what we did with these cards. I'm not sure how it's gonna go just because, I don't know, this might not even make it to the channel. So let's just see. So this is a card that I got, and then this is a smaller card that fits in perfectly. Of course, you can trim anything down. I just happen to have enough cards to find two that fit very well. I have a few ideas, so let's try to execute them all in this video. I don't know if I'll have time, but let's try. So I'm going to do the same as I do with the cards. I feel like this one might be a little harder to do. Where's my... I don't know where my ruler went. I don't want to find my ruler. Holy crap, these videos are making me realize how lazy I am. So we're just going to use this acrylic plastic ruler instead of my metal ruler. I'm probably going to cut into... Actually, what did we do last time? We drew them, right? Oh, this is thick. I don't have a pen either. Okay, hold on. I mean, there's only so many places a metal ruler could be. Can't seem to find it. So forget the ruler. We're just gonna make do with what we have. I'm going to... That's not centered. I'm so bad at centering things. I have such a bad eye. Yuck! Should I fix it? Let's try to fix it just so. Okay. Let's try it. Oh fuck! My scalp. No one wants to see my scalp. This isn't even straight. Everything's a mess. See, things things don't go that smoothly. I do like that I can see through this. I'm not a fan of plastic, cutting with plastic rulers, just because it's easier to cut the plastic itself. Okay, so similarly enough, like this, so we have a window. Next, glue gun. This time it's actually closer. I hate that everything's not centered. Okay, and then, so the reason I glued this down to itself was just because I wanted, because these cards are just a little thinner, so maybe I wanted to, not maybe, I wanted to have like extra reinforcement, but now that I'm thinking about it, that might have not been a good idea. I'm gonna try something else for the next one. Which in the meantime, let's go through my cards that I didn't completely destroy. They don't have to be blank cards, is something that I thought of. Of course, if you want to keep the messages, then of course using better blank cards is better. These are my blank cards. I haven't decided if I want to use the non-blank cards yet. There's another message in it. See, like if it has a message like that, like in a post-it or taped down, then it's fine because so in my case, I need something that will fit my envelopes. This is, I have like a whole bunch of these envelopes. So yeah, so I need something that'll fit. Like this is a little too big, which I don't mind if it's too big. I can just trim it down to size. Let's use for the next one. I like this one. It's really nice. Actually, I have an idea for this one. Wait, hold on. I'm a mess. This one, does that fit? Yeah, that fits pretty well. I really like this one. This one's super pretty. Maybe I might keep this one for myself. How's the condition of it? Okay. I'm keeping this one too. I freaking, every time I see this one, it makes me happy. I'm gonna keep that one for myself. Okay, let's use this red one. And then the other one, hold on, where's my card? My other one, I just want to make sure it fits, so it does fit. Okay, so we're going to use these two because they kind of match each other. Okay, so is it hot? It's a little hot, not hot enough. So what I wanted to do for the second one, my second idea was making this a pocket instead of gluing it down, just kind of making this the pocket itself. So I could slide this in. It's gonna go in like this, but it's a little tight, so I don't know if that'll fit. Something I'm gonna do. Okay, first of all, I'm going to, what did I want to do? I'm gonna cut this a bit, just a teeny tiny bit, so that I can fold it over so that I can secure it a little better. This, and then I'm just going to score it lightly again so that I can have a little fold line. Do a little out of it. Okay, so I'm not cutting through that one. I'm just folding. Oh, that didn't work. So just fold it over like that. So just folding, I don't know if you can see, I folded it over so that I can, when I seal it, it'll hopefully hold a little better. This is goopy. Okay, so let's do, also you notice that I like maybe left the washi tape on here. I just kind of like gives it a little character. And also like you can tell a little more that maybe it's been recycled, which is kind of cute. So let's do that. Oops. I think it's stuck. Okay. I'll do this one way. Okay, next. The first few ones I made, I did with a glue gun. but I'm not sure how well that is holding. So I just wanted to improve the upcoming ones. Okay, so there I've glued it together, and it's like literally as simple as that. Sorry, I don't want to, but this is the test if it really fits. It's a little tight, but it'll do. It'll fit very well, actually. So yeah, like that you can reuse, you can just repurpose the greeting card that you already have. And I'm not going to decorate. But yeah, that's the gist of this one. So that was the card previously, and then we're reusing it. Look at that. And I should have put my about this card thing inside, but I think I'm gonna do another one for these repurposed ones. Just be like, fun fact, this was made from other people's cards. Like that. And then you can put your sticky note over here. And yes, amazing. So there's that one. So this is type 1, prototype number 1. And then the next one I said I wanted to do was going to be, this was the pocket. So let's cut it first. I'm not sure if this is going to be big enough. So when you're doing these, you just want to make sure that it's like a snug fit, because you don't want it to be a loose fit. That would kind of defeat the whole purpose of this. The point is to make it fairly tight fitting so that the card isn't sliding around when it's in the mail. Like this. So now we have another one, and we can just slide this in. Oops, upside down, like anyone cares. Just like that. So this is going to be a harder process to not burn my fingers. I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper so that I don't melt my. So what are we going to do is I'm just going to add a really thin line of glue under this little flap that I made here, through here. And then I'm going to push it down and hope for the best that it stays. That's the best case situation. Thin line all the way down. And then I'm just going to squeeze it down and let it dry a little. Did I even squeeze it down? I did not. I just straight up glued this thing. Didn't even press down. Okay, let's try that again. Actually, I'm kind of happy that happened because I realized I should have glued this down before I glued this down. So we're going to try that again. Let's glue this down. Why is there so much glue? So glue that down. Get another glue stick. I'm going to try this thing again. So I want that. It's going to burn me. Let's use the back of this. Oh, this one's a little harder to do, but I feel like it will work better for smaller cards. Because if you're gluing it around like this, you're cutting in a lot. if that makes sense. So like your leeway, I don't know how to explain it, but if it's a smaller card, you're gonna need as much space as you can get, or else the card won't fit. So in this case, the card still fits. And it doesn't come out. If I squeeze it, it'll come out. So let's find. Okay. So I'm going to take this and let's add. So you see here, it's like if I squeeze it, it'll come out, like it'll shoot out. Shoot out. Right? It'll come out. So we don't want that. So let's try. It's still on. I'm gonna make a little envelope flap at the top. I have no idea how many times my head is gonna show up in this video. Look, I cleaned my mat. Okay, so let's do. Tape. Anyways, so that's this. Which card was I using? This is the card I was using. And then just put it in like that. Ooh, it's like barely touching. Fuck my head. Yeah, so that's another option. You wouldn't need to do this flap thing if your card was snug in there. I'm just doing that just for a little extra security. Like that. Ta-da! Do I want to glue that in, or do I want to glue gun that in? The only thing I'm scared about because it like sticks out quite a bit, I don't want the person to like rip it out, you know? Whoa! Okay, hold on, let me take this guy out. Whoa! Take this guy out. I feel like this video is not as calming as my last two videos. I feel like I'm quite frantic. I don't know if that's translating into the computer. Rather than me, I wouldn't say I'm frantic, but I would say I like to get things done quite quickly in an efficient time zone and time frame. So that's probably what I'm feeling right now. Alright, and we're just gonna glue that right on. Like that. And then this card is now a little bit more reusable than the last one. I mean, than it used to be. Okay, and then we can put the card in. Did I glue it? I did. Okay. And then there's that. And you can put it in the slot like this. So I guess where I'm getting at is that this is just a lot of trial and error, right? It doesn't even go in anymore because it's a little tight. So you know what? Forget this whole thing. Oh, that's not my cutting board. Forget that whole idea. I mean, if you can find a way to make it work, holla, you can do that. That would be amazing. But let's just make it a tape down washi thing. Right, so I'm using Scotch tape to kind of act, because when you tape plastic, it comes off cleaner, right, kind of? So, but if you tape it to paper, it's likely to rip. So that's what I'm doing for that. That's the reason why I'm putting plastic tape there, so that it doesn't we're trying to avoid as much ripping as possible, right? Cut off the excess, and then put a piece of washi on there. However long. No! There's a glue melted onto my tablecloth. Yeah, so we can just do something like this instead. Like that. So that's one way of doing it. I want to secure it a little more, but maybe I'll do that off screen. Oh, see, this card is ripping a little here. So in that case, I should probably reinforce it. What color scheme are we talking here? I told myself I wouldn't open this one until I was done all my other washi. Too bad. Literally the first one is the one I want to use. It's like mint and speckled. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, this is like fancy? Really fancy? Or weird? Just weird. Never mind, it's not fancy, it's just weird. Oh, what? I've never had washi like that. Does anyone know why they do that? That's a little strange to me. Okay. That's really weird to me, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna measure it out a little so that I can get enough. I kind of like that it actually can slide under so that I can. Okay. So, how does this work? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? I hate this. If anyone knows why they do that, please explain.
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 Okay, 설명.
Oh my god, what a mess. I hate it. Go back in. Okay. Okay, so let's... So there's a little rip, so we're gonna just... Oh, it's because this is like plastic almost. I don't know if that's the reason why it's like this, but... Why you gotta be like this? So much waste. Ew, that's ugly. Hold on, I'm gonna take that off. Okay, like that. Oh, fuck. And also, this way, you have to decorate less versus if you're starting from scratch, right? So, for something like this, I would probably want to press it so that this tape stays down. Something like that, I guess. And then, yeah, put a card, put a message here. And yeah. Is dry enough for me to rip it off. It is. So there's that card. I did have another idea, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think a top loader will fit. So might have to scrap that idea. Okay, so yeah, that's a few ways you can repurpose the greeting cards that you've gotten in other trades. Let's see, what else could we do? This is really pretty. And I don't even know which side I like more. This card's really tiny. So like a small card like this would be good to make like the little window, like that, or the pouch. And then, so for example, like this card's quite large. See, this one is like a little personalized, but like I don't mind using it because it says stay, I didn't look it up, 8 tiny, the AT's fandom, and citizen, and it just says like thank you, like I can only read these two, Shieshan, Kamsahamnida, and Dankeshan. Anyways, I think that's German. But yeah, so like this is too big for my, so for me it's still reusable. Yeah, so like for this you can see like it doesn't fit in my envelope, but if I were to use this, I could just trim it to fit the envelope, right? So yeah, I would do that. And this one is obviously repurposable as well. Something like this, it's very glittery. See, like here, like what I mean by like destroying cards, like this is what I do. I destroy cards somehow. So like something like that might be hard to reuse. I feel like it was like rubber cement or something. Hello, M. So this is like a good, like it still says my name on it, but you can still just glue it down, kind of. Hold on, let me show you. I have a glue stick in my pocket. Does that fit in here? Actually, this would be good. So hold on, let me just see real quick. So let's do another one. So we can use this one. See, like if I were to do this one, it's a little tight. So I'm gonna do the envelope method. Sorry, I'm like laughing at myself. So in this case, I would just need to make sure that I trim it down so that it fits. So I'm just doing a rough measuring of it. Okay, I'm ripping that one. So I'm gonna leave that one on. This one seems to be, nope. Oh, that's my pet peeve, is when you're ripping tape and only like a little comes off and then it rips off from the entire round thing. Okay, that one's good. This dog is literally having the time of their life. It reminds me of that mark. No, it doesn't. I forgot. I already, no. Does it? Yes, it kind of does. Well, it reminds me of the mark thing. I don't know how accurate it is. Okay, I don't know. So I'm just going to double check that it indeed fits in the envelope. Amazing. It does. And let's go for this again. So let's try this. Take 2. What is that? What is that? I don't want that to be the glue. I'm just rubbing off the glue. Oh, actually that's fine. I'm probably gonna, I can cut that off. Okay, so let's do the envelope. Hold on. I want to cut that off a bit because it's ripped. Rip it or washi it? Rip it or fix it? Let's rip it a little. It's not too far from the edge, so it's fine. Don't put your finger there. Be careful. So I'm just going to cut a little off so that I can fold this over that and make sure it's still snug. Yeah. So make sure it fits snug and tight. And then here, I'm just going to make sure I cut off the little bit that had the tape in there. I mean the glue. So, because I don't want the top loader to get glued in there. So, hot glue is hot. I luckily have quite a high pain tolerance. I messed up. I should have glued down the bottom part. So make sure you glue down the bottom part before you do the side. I just got a little excited, so I'm gonna try to do that like this. I don't think it's gonna work very well. Well, it's okay. The card is flexible enough that it's not bad. Oh, that one took a little longer than that. Hot! I luckily have quite a high pain tolerance. Longer than hot! Raining glue. So I'm actually going to, I want to tape down the bottom a little because you can see the glue. So I just want to conceal that, conceal my errors. So cut off any excess. Wow, that's a pretty good match, if you ask me. I'm just gonna cover it up a little. And adding washi tape to parts like this is not a bad idea. It'll reinforce your card a little. So you can see it still says, "Hello, Anne." But that's okay. I think that's fine. Like that. Take that all out. Doesn't look like it'll fall out, but I think it's okay to just like do a little washi up here, like that. So with that being an okay safety measure, let's glue this in. Again, I'm pretty sure you don't need a glue gun. For me, I have one. I'm gonna use it. Glue stick should be fine. Just make sure it's it dries completely before you put stuff in and mail it out. Just make sure that it's indeed secure enough. In case you're wondering what that was my glue stick that rolled off. Okay, and like that. This one's cute. And of course, you can decorate the card before you attach your little pocket in. And like if you want, you can cover this up and just kind of go along the edge and just cover it up. Yeah. I'm going to just the same few ones. This is a little too thick though, huh? So I just want something to reinforce the spine again. I'm like looking at these and I'm already dreading using these. That's cute. Little hearts. Oh my gosh. Why do they do this? Just like that. There you go. Those are some ideas of how you can repurpose, how you can make the reusable cards, but with cards that you got. So yeah, I guess I'll just probably decorate off camera because this video is getting long and I don't know how I want to decorate these. I have to think about it. Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? So yeah, so these are just, I guess, some ideas of things you can do. So the first one we made was just by gluing a card. So this gluing the card might be good for like a card that's a good enough size, because if you were to glue it down, the glue probably takes up about 1 centimeter on each side. So you would lose 1 centimeter all around. So you need a card that's big enough that you'd be able to still slide the top layer in. In my opinion, it feels like to me this is more secure and it would probably last longer. Okay, but if you only have small cards, like these ones are smaller, right? The one in here was super tiny. If you were to do the 1 centimeter of glue around, you would lose a lot of the size of the card. So in this case, I just folded it over and made more of a pocket. It's like a pocket, and then I just glued the pocket down, so like that, and then you can put that in. I guess the smaller the greeting card is, the more snug it would be. Like for example, this one I made a little too big, so it was a little loose, a little loosey-goosey. So in that case, I made a lid. Although actually, it's pretty snug. It's only when I squeeze it, so maybe I'll take off the lid. But I guess if it's an option, I mean, if it is, you find it is smooth, it is big and loose, then you can just add a little flap here, and just so that you can tape it down like that. Thank you. And then decorate if you need to, if you would like to. I'm probably only gonna decorate this one. But yeah, that worked. That worked. So that's how you can make reusable greeting cards using the greeting cards that you already got. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that one's helpful, because if you're trading, it's likely that you'll already have cards lying around. And like I said, it doesn't have to be blank cards. Like, you can still use one that has a message in it. It's up to you if you want to keep the message or not. You can, I would suggest you somehow get rid of the person's username in case they don't want their username floating around. Like if you, for example, if you didn't want this message, you could just do the whole gluing down thing using a glue stick, and then that way they can't get into the message unless they really take apart the thing, the card. And then that's what I did for this one. I glued it all the way and then just made a window out of it. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways you can repurpose these cards. These are just a few that I thought of over the week since I saw that comment, and I hope that was helpful. And yeah, happy crafting, happy collecting, and have a good day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!